Hey, Mr. here, another reaction, and guess what? Australia's done one of those Australia's second ones. Actually, there are two that were done. There was a private guy who did one, and then there was another one done by a television show on the ABC, which is Australian government-owned broadcasting channel. And it was, I did do a video on that one. I haven't uploaded it yet. And I've just found out that this other one came out first. So I'd rather see this independent person's one first. And then maybe after that, I'll put a little bit of my reaction to the first one. Maybe not. I don't really know how I want to approach that yet. I want to see which one's best. I'll probably upload the one that's best. I've got a sneaky feeling it's going to be this one. But if it's not, I'll do the other one as well. Anyway, I might end up putting them back to back. So after this one, I might show you a snippet of the other one with a little bit of my reaction. Anyway, let's have a look at this version of Australia second, America first. Let's go.
This is a message from the Commonwealth Government of Australia.
Mr. President, Don John Silver, Donald Trumpet, whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Look, excuse me, look, no, I'm not going to take a question. Look, we in Australia are so sorry for that dumb deal, our loser Prime Minister, who's a total disaster, by the way, very unprofessional, sad. The worst phone call you had all day, worse than China, making you take in some very low energy refugees. But look, you don't like Malcolm? Neither do we. He's fired. Boom. You give his party 6 weeks, they're gonna replace that bum anyway. It's better for him, it's better. We change our leaders like you change your opinion on Megyn Kelly. So fast. Boom. Faster than you defeat ISIS. We'll replace him with the woman of your dreams. She'll be there. Believe me, she'll be there. But we're very worried in so many ways because we see all these countries like Germany, total losers. The Netherlands, very flat, not a 10. We see them trying to be number 2, and we don't like to say this because we're so nice, but Europe's groveling. It's pathetic. It's really very garbage if I were to be totally honest. And we don't say this to be braggadocious, but nobody is bigger and better at kissing America's ass and calling it Baskin & Robbins than Australia. Bigly. Because, excuse me, we have a little thing called the ANZUS Treaty. It's spectacular. You'll love it. More than you love 2 Corinthians. Is that the one you like? I think that's the one you like. Now listen to this. Any country you invade, Afghanistan, Iraq, Mexico, we're gonna be there like a dog. And we're in total agreement, by the way. I mean, we might not say we are, but every time we look at our gas prices, we think the same thing you do. Why didn't we just take the oil? That TPP deal, that was a total disaster. You ripped up by signing your beefsteak menu because it was terrible for everybody. Look at the free trade deal you've signed with us already. It's beautiful. It means we can't make any TV shows anymore except for Neighbours. We just take all your garbage and listen to this. You think The Apprentice is terrible with Arnold. Ours has Mark Boris. I mean, holy cow, talk about low energy. Jeb Bush would be a huge improvement. In fact, turn that immigrant deal around. Make it the best deal ever. Give us Jeb. We don't know how to make good guac. All we have is Mad Mex. It makes the public toilets a total disaster. Very bad smells. The worst smells. But we don't care about that. You're going to be so proud of Australia because you love selling apartments to China. And we've sold all our apartments to your 2 favorite people, China and Jennifer Harkins. We don't have any left. They're gone. Boom. I mean, all these other countries saying, oh, America first, their country second. Please. We are America's District 1. We always have been. We're very proud of that. All these other countries, who are total morons, by the way, Switzerland never wins less than Obama did, can you believe? Which, by the way, where's your birth certificate? But now they're asking, oh, Mr. Trump, can we be your second? Europe, sit down. Sit down. You haven't been called. You can't win this one, okay? Because our entire foreign policy for the last 70 years has been America first, Australia second.
That was actually pretty good. That's good. I do like that one. I do like that one. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek, just from some guy. Not an official comedian, not anything like that. Not at all. So, look, what I'll do, I'll splice in the other one right here. We'll take a break. So you'll get to see me as I originally recorded it. I'll see. I haven't made up my mind yet. Obviously, I'm recording this live, so I don't know how much of the other one I want to put in. But you'll see that other one. I'll cut it just to the video, or I'll see how I feel. I've got to have a look at it to see what I'm going to splice in here now, and then I'll be back in a second. We'll just see how this one goes. So let's have a look at their version.
This is a message from the Government of Australia. Please don't hang up.
This is Australia. There's so much space. There are like no people here. It's incredible. Your inauguration looks huge to us by comparison. You had the biggest crowds we've ever seen, period. Our history is great. We were founded as a convict colony. The whole island is a jail. It was mainly people who stole bread to feed their families. Total scumbag. The worst people, I have to tell you. We have the most prime ministers. It was unbelievable. One of our prime ministers went swimming once and never came back. We never found him. A lot of people are saying he went to China. Who knows? Then we named a swimming pool after him. It was really terrific. We don't have a wall, but we've got a fence, a rabbit-proof fence. Terrific fence. And we made the rabbits pay for it. You'll love it. Australia made Julian Assange and Rupert Murdoch. You're welcome. Australia speaks English, the greatest language of all time. Even those losers in Europe learn English because they hate their own stupid languages so much. And Australian English is the best English. We say things like, "G'day, you flamin' gala, get a dog up ya. Now rack off, you drongo." We know you like things that are big, and we have the biggest things. The biggest pineapple. It's huge. You could live inside of it, believe me. We've also got the big bench, the big beer, the big bottle of wine. It's huge. And the big box of wine. It's very tasty. You'll love it. We have the big Captain Cook. He was an explorer, great at saluting. You'd love him. And we've got the biggest rock. I know rocks. I've seen all the rocks. That is some rock, believe me. This is Kashi.
U.S. forces get the nod.
He's terrific. Australia loves travel bans. We have all the best travel bans. When Johnny Depp tried to bring his dogs here, we threatened to shoot them and then made him film this humiliating video.
When you disrespect Australian law, they will tell you fun.
Sad. But most importantly, we're great at being second. When Captain Cook was the first person here, he was second to the Dutch, and the Dutch were second to our indigenous people. They're still here, very happy, no complaints. We were second to have Russell Crowe, second to have Mel Gibson. Have you met Mel? I think you guys would get along. And we love winning silver at the Olympics. Remember when those terrible protesters ruined the Olympics? An Australian came second. Beautiful photo, really terrific. We totally understand it's going to be America first. But can we just say Australia second? Or at the very least, please bomb Australia last.
Is that it? See, it just didn't. It had some little sort of chuckly bits in it here and there, but look, at the end of the day, it didn't really. It didn't have the surprise humour. The thing that made the Dutch one so funny was the surprise humour. You didn't know what to expect, and it was kind of clever the way that they spliced things in and said things without saying things. Just what made it funny when the Dutch were talking about the smallest town, that little model, and it's like the squares don't need many people to fill them, and then put the picture of the inauguration thing, and when you knew what had all been transpired with that, that's what made that funny. The ridiculousness of the water between the Netherlands and the Mexico. It was just the stupidity and things like that, referencing Monty Python, the Ministry of Silly Walks. That's what made the Dutch one funny. Now, everyone else is trying to obviously copy things and reference fences or walls or things like that, but instead of just coming up with their own something, they're just trying to basically do their version of the Dutch one, and I think that's the issue. So, look, yeah, it was okay. You could definitely hear the canned laughter that was in there for sure, because it wasn't really that incredibly funny. Okay, so you've seen the two. You've seen me sort of reacting in a way to the first one. I wasn't, look, hey, we do have a rabbit-proof fence, and it was built to keep out the rampaging rabbits and things like that. So, he's making a little bit of fun and games like that. We did have a Prime Minister that went swimming, and all the security staff around him, he just disappeared, and they never found a body. So that's why there was rumours he was kidnapped by Chinese in a miniature submarine, and there was a whole bunch of rumours around that pretty conspiracy sort of stuff, but nothing ever proven, and they never found a body of him. So that was a little bit of a funny thing with our Prime Minister. And yeah, we do change Prime Ministers, and the one that you saw there, the current Prime Minister is Malcolm Turnbull, and he got that from a leadership fight. So in other words, the way the Australian politics works is we can't vote for a leader of Australia. We vote for a party, and we actually vote for a person in our district. So most people will be familiar with voting for a person in your district as a representative of you. Well, that's all we can vote for. And the winner who has the most seats in the House, everyone's familiar with that sort of thing, they are the government in power, and the leader of that party is the ruler, in this case the Prime Minister. And any of the other politicians can challenge that Prime Minister for leadership. And in the case of Malcolm Turnbull, he did that, and he challenged our existing Prime Minister, and the other people voted on it, and they said, yes, you can have the power. Of course, what most people don't realise is that Malcolm Turnbull, he's in bed with Goldman Sachs. Hey, Australia's second, right? He's in bed with Goldman Sachs. Big money in the US. And he's also been in big business dealings with very prominent people in the Labor Party, which is the Australian version of the Democrats. So it's like saying, if you're in America watching this, it'd be like saying President Trump has direct business dealings with Goldman Sachs, as well as maybe direct business dealings with Clinton or Obama or Pelosi, that sort of thing, where he's doing business with both people. That's the equivalent of what we have in Australia right now. So, this one was actually a good tongue-in-cheek thing, sort of thing that a local person might be saying to their friends and things like that, where the other one was trying to be a little bit prim and proper, in my opinion. Anyway, that's my reaction. So a little bit of my reaction to the second one and this one. I think this one is far better than the one that was done by the Tonight Show. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Please let me know what you thought of the Australian second one, which one of them that you liked more than the other. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share it with your friends as well. And I'll see you in the next video.